Hello and welcome to the Ending Body Burnout Show. We are your hosts, Chris and Philly, co-founders of a multi-award-winning functional medicine practice, serving busy people with energy, mood and gut issues.
While busyness, addictive doing, people-pleasing and perfectionism might be the norm, it's not normal, and it's a major contributor to health issues.
Our goal with this show is to give you a holistic root cause approach to healing your body so that you don't have to continue doctor or diet hopping or popping a gazillion supplements hoping something might stick.
So get ready to heal your body, get your spark back, deeply connect with yourself and step into the life of your dreams.
Let's dive in.
Hello, it is Philly here on the podcast today. You are going to be privileged to listen to a live coaching session today. In our practice, when we work with clients to end body burnout, we're working on both the physical and the metaphysical bodies because you can't separate the two. This root cause coaching session is less about the physical in terms of what body systems have become imbalanced, burnt out, overgrown. That type of inquiry we leave for a connect the dots episode and initial consult. This session, the root cause, deeper root cause coaching session, is really looking at why. Why have the body systems burnt out in the first place? Why is the body sending strong pain signals to the person in order to get their attention? What are the underlying messages beneath that? So Chris takes gorgeous soul Lucy through the coaching process, and she shares her issues with chronic diarrhea, inflammation, and doing, high achieving, always feeling like she needs to be productive or wants to be productive, but her body is now sending her some strong signals. So as you're listening, try this on for yourself, because I'm sure there's a lot of patterns and probably also symptoms that you will resonate with. And just have your heart open to receiving any gold insights for yourself that will help you move the needle to understanding the messages from your body. So before we jump into the episode, also want to announce that tomorrow, Tuesday, 28th of May, we close doors to our Ending Body Burnout method. So if you've been following us, listening to the podcast, maybe you've attended some of our free coaching events over the last week, which have been epic. Thank you so much for those who have attended live, watched the recordings, given feedback. It's like, so good. If you've been resonating in your heart, and maybe you can't even understand it, but you're being pulled to this type of healing and you feel like, this might be the thing. This might be the thing that can solve my issues, then don't delay, jump over and join the Ending Body Burnout method. You have only probably a few hours by the time you listen to this, maybe a day, to be able to jump in. We do only open doors 3 times a year. We won't be open again until end of September. So jump in. Why wait until then? You will be miles ahead of where you are if you sign up now, as opposed to waiting until September or maybe even 2025. What have you got to lose? All right, I'll pop in the show notes the link to join up to the Ending Body Burnout method and hopefully see you there.
Welcome everybody to this episode of the Ending Body Burnout Show. We have a lovely guest on today. We have Lucy. And so Lucy and we met a few years ago. Oh, actually,
it's about 10.
Is it 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think you pop up on my Facebook memories for like a long time ago. So why don't you tell everybody who you are, what you do for work? Start with that.
Okay, so thank you for having me. I'm Lucy. I am a remedial massage therapist. So I work for myself. I work 4 days a week. my work's pretty stress-free. I guess when I started working for myself, I made sure I put up those boundaries, to not take on too much, as I really love what I do. So I didn't want to burn out too quickly. So when I started working for myself, I was pretty firm on the hours that I was going to do, and not trying to be that yes person. So I've managed to stick to that. So yeah, I still love what I do, and 4-day work weeks for the win. Outside of work, I'm pretty active. So I've been in and out of the gym for a long time, longer than 10 years, obviously now. I hike these days. Do a bit of strength training still.
Cool.
And I've just got into mountain biking. So, yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your current like physical activity like quantity of stuff that you do? You said like doing like strength and conditioning 3 times a week, you told me before.
Yeah.
Going for hikes. How often do you go like hiking and all that sort of stuff?
Usually on the weekend now I'll do a hike or go for a ride, walk the dog, but that's honestly like it's probably the least amount of physical activity I've done in a long time. I mean, before I was training 6 days a week, twice a day sometimes, and running. So I've definitely reeled it in a lot.
Yeah. What are some reasons that you reeled it in a lot?
I guess injury. It sort of got to the point where my body functioning optimally or as close to was, more important than being able to deadlift 140 kilos. So, and obviously with work, I need to be able.
Yeah.
Helping others. So I need to, be functioning.
Yeah. And your body function is directly tied to your career, right? Like as a massage therapist.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess what I do for work is physical and can be emotionally exhausting as well. So yeah, I like to make sure that I'm, I guess, well enough to be able to do that, to provide.
Yeah. When you said injuries, Lucy, what sort of injuries did you have?
In the past, I've had ongoing back issues.
Yeah.
So chronic back pain, which I still have, like the last 6 months have been pretty bad in that regard. I've got, I've had herniated discs and sacroiliitis, and I've got ankylosing spondylitis, which is a degenerative autoimmune disorder that affects the spine and vertebrae. So just a whole lot of inflammation, essentially. So yeah, I guess now it's just like I don't need to be stupid strong. I just need to be strong enough to do my daily activities.
Yeah. Okay. I just wrote that down as like a goal. Like that's what you're after. Like just strong enough. Like it's not, it's you don't have to be, you don't have to crack the concrete when you walk or anything like that. You just,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. any other injuries? So you had herniated disc, spondylitis.
No other injuries, but I do have this ongoing, I guess you could call it a gastrointestinal unknown idiopathic, can't give it a name thing.
Yeah.
So that was probably a big contributor to me taking a pretty big step back from the gym and doing lots of physical activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you feel comfortable sharing chronic gastrointestinal stuff going on?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, ask.
What sort of symptoms do you get?
So I, in a nutshell, haven't done a firm poo in, I would say, close to 5, probably 4 years now. Yeah, and just really gassy. Like it's a bit of a running joke between people that are close to me is that I'm the farter in the friend group. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, just I guess intolerances, bloating, all that other fun stuff that comes along with it.
Mm, gotcha.
Hmm.
So how long have you had like the gastrointestinal stuff going on?
So probably since about um, 2019, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, what brought it on? Do you know, was there anything like I went to Bali, I ate a
Yes.
thing and
Yeah.
it
Yeah. I think there's a handful of things. Sorry, my dog's here with me. You can just see he's just
hello.
climbed up onto my lap.
Yes.
He comes to work with me.
So
I
good.
think there's a handful of contributing factors. So I did go overseas, not Bali, but to
Awesome.
Thailand. So, and also with my back issues, I have been on and off prescription non-steroidal anti-inflammatories for a good, well, since my early 20s, so 18 years. And before going to Thailand, the travel doctor recommended a course of antibiotics as a malaria preventative because where I was going was sort of out in a village. Yeah, it's sort of not super sanitary or hygienic. So yeah, so a big course of antibiotics, NSAIDs. Yeah, got back from Thailand and it just started. So I thought I had maybe a parasite or an infection. Did all the tests and just yeah, classic like most of your clients. From listening to your podcast, the whole yeah, no answers.
Mm,
Try all the things, get no answers, get told it's idiopathic and handballed around and not really just that level of care from practitioners and specialists, I think, isn't really there. It's just, you pay the money, they do a couple of basic tests and get nothing, so send you on your way.
yeah.
Yeah.
What sort of tests have you done, Lucy?
So I started out just with, I guess, your basic stool samples for parasites. So I probably did about 3 of those. Bloods. And then I did a fecal protectin, I think it is, where they look at levels of inflammation in the small intestine. So when I had that one done, this was just still through my GP, my inflammation levels in my small intestine were insanely high. And
Yeah,
the
right.
report said, like, I guess, something like bowel cancer or bowel disease or whatever you call it is likely. So it was obviously, I can't remember what the levels were, but they were like way above where they should be. So then I got sent off to the gastroenterologist, and he did a few more tests, and I had a CT scan on my small intestine and a colonoscopy, which is always a treat. And again, nothing came back. It was like, try low FODMAP, try taking Mintec. But I think when you get to the point of a colonoscopy, you've already tried those things. Like, they're the ones you're going to try before having, something inserted up your bum. Like, so yeah, and I got to the point where I just lost all faith in, the specialist and the GP. So I just kind of accepted it and gave up, which sucks. And then I guess turned to more maybe like Eastern treatments and more natural holistic approaches like naturopaths and nutritionists and TCM, acupuncture, all of that. Yeah. With still no real. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what sort of you kind of got into it a little bit with what you were just saying there. Have you done any? You've listened to our podcast, we talk about the metaphysical and the physical. There's there's physical reasons why your GI can stop functioning the way it would or should.
Yeah.
Have you looked into other metaphysical reasons that your body might not be operating the way you want it to?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely something I've thought about because I am, aware of that side of things and open to it. And, I don't see it as woo-woo. I think there is a lot more research coming out now that these things, like it's fact, it's, proven that the body can hold on to things, and then that creates these illnesses essentially, or responses. So yeah, I've delved into that a little bit, like meditation and breath work and visualization, and things like that.
And how did that go? Like how is that going?
I mean, I try and be consistent with it, but it's probably, definitely something I can do a lot more of. Yeah.
So do you think that the meditation, the breath work, even like what did you say? You said Eastern approaches, TMJ, did you say TMJ?
TMC, so traditional TCM, traditional Chinese medicine.
Not TMJ.
Yeah, TMJ. I mean, I do clench a little bit, so yeah, I probably get a bit of TMJ.
That's awesome. Maybe I was like playing with my cheek at the time that you were saying that, and my brain went to TMJ.
Oh, my jaw hurts.
Yeah, she's speaking to me.
Yeah, so we have an amazing traditional Chinese medicine practitioner here in Launceston now, and I've seen him a fair bit and have got relief, but it's not, it's fairly temporary. But, I think you do need to be consistent with these sort of things. We seem to expect like a quick fix, fast sort of, but it's just not the way it works really, is it?
Yeah, that's a good question. The answer could be yes or no to that. Like, is it a quick fix? Obviously, it hasn't been a overnight success for you. Like, you feel like you're still in the thick of it, right?
Yeah.
or in the thin of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to be in the thick of it. I'd like it to be thicker.
Yeah. You need some more consistency in your life.
Yeah, I do.
Here we go. Okay, so metaphorically speaking, I love looking at symptoms as a metaphor.
Yeah.
So there's some. We'll probably circle back to this, but like you're not broken. You're not broken. Your body craves health.
Yeah.
Every behavior has a belief underneath.
Yeah.
Um, and largely your symptoms largely come from your unconscious. Um, Metaphorically speaking, we've got consistency, a lack of consistency, but your body craves health. And if symptoms could be a communication from the unconscious, is there, or what is there? Maybe what is there would be a better question. What link is there between a fear of consistency and um and your health at the moment? Is there anything there?
I don't think there's a fear of consistency. I think I maybe a need for it. I am very much a routine person. So I'm not spontaneous or spur of the moment. So I think I like life to be consistent.
Mm.
I have a pretty big fear of monotony, despite liking things to be consistent. It's weird. But I am a serial doer, I guess. I'm always doing all the things, you know, whether it's competing in strongman or, learning to mountain bike, learning to I'm always doing.
Yeah.
I don't like to feel like I'm not achieving or doing. So, yeah.
I don't like to feel like I'm not achieving.
Or growing or evolving.
That's interesting.
Mm.
Is that a pattern for you? Like, does that apply across context? Like, is that, like, sounds like that's for hobbies. So doing things for hobbies.
Yeah, it's probably a person, like on a personal growth level as well. I like to challenge myself. I'm quite driven, I think. So I like to sort of, hobbies as well as just everyday Lucy existence, I guess.
Okay. I don't like to feel like I'm not achieving or growing or doing something. How is this a problem?
Because I'm never uh, allowing my body to rest or just exist or just be. And yeah, that's pretty much how I feel like my gastrointestinal system is. It's just too fast, like me.
Yeah. too fast. It just
Yeah,
go.
I
It
don't
just
do things
goes.
slowly. Yeah. Even just like walking down the street, I'm doing it fast.
Right. Have you coined onto that in the past?
I mean, a little bit, but probably more so the last few years for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Like my dad used to call me a tear ass because I'm always, yeah, tear assing around. So, yeah, I guess it is a known thing. So it's probably been something I've done for a while, but am definitely more aware of it. Yeah, more recently and how it sort of affects me, I guess.
Yeah. And how old are you, by the way? I didn't even ask at the
I'm
start.
38.
38.
Yeah,
Right. Okay. So this has been a pattern for, you said, since you're a little girl.
probably. Yeah.
And when did you say it was? Like 2019? How many years ago was
Yeah.
that? Oh, like 5 years ago
Yeah, almost 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
So
just before COVID that my stomach started
yeah.
not functioning.
Okay. So you're 38 now, yeah. So you're like, what's that, 33? Just in your 30s.
Hmm.
We find that it's somewhere around like mid 30s to mid 40s. There's just this like wall that people hit when they've got this dysfunctional pattern or these addicted doingness going on. This do go go push push push.
Yeah.
They ain't no time to rest. Ain't got no time for
Yeah.
that. It's just like a wall.
That's
You hit a wall.
boring.
Yeah, that's boring. Boring. So, is there do you think there's some sort of lesson in there for you?
In the need to always be doing.
Yeah,
Is it?
and now you can't. Now it's just like your body's
Yeah.
just trying to catch up, and it's just like
Yeah, there's 100% a lesson in there. It's sort of like a slap in the face sort of lesson, you know? It's not subtle.
yeah.
Yeah. But I don't ignore it, but, I keep doing.
Mm,
Yeah. You just sort of accept that that's how things are now. And I guess after, you know, going through the process of spending money and time on seeing people and just sort of continuously being essentially let down or not having any answers. So you just kind of like, oh, well, that's exhausting. So I don't know where else to go. So I'll just suck it up and deal with it. This is my life now. I think that's sort of the point that you get to.
it's
And
like,
it's funny because
go ahead. Sorry.
no, it's all good. I tell my clients, like I, I tell my clients that, they shouldn't be in pain all the time. Like that's normal. But here's me in pain all the time. Like, yeah, not practicing what I preach.
Mm. So it's like you're not practicing what you preach. You're like rejecting, running off, running away from like something like just, I don't know. It's like what is loose stools? Diarrhea. It's like the runs, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
escape. It's getting it out. It's,
yeah.
so it's, do you think there's some sort of thing that you've been putting off or when it comes to taking care of yourself, or that you're rejecting, avoiding?
Honestly, there's nothing that I can think of. I am pretty conscious of most aspects of it, I think, and I do like it is sort of high on my priority list to look after myself. So yeah, there's nothing that I can really pinpoint or that I think that I'm neglecting. I think that's probably why it gets frustrating, because I think I'm doing all the right things, but there's obviously something missing.
Mm. Okay. So that's a pattern that we've stumbled on. A pattern is doing, going. Always looking for something fun, new, interesting, stimulus.
Yeah.
How is that a problem? Is that a problem?
Well, I mean, I guess I didn't think it was, but now it's obviously is, because I'm always just pushing myself to extremes, I guess. And obviously my body's like, we ain't having this anymore. So yeah, I'm not, yeah, embracing or allowing that downtime or that rest.
Mm. Where could you fit, like, where could that rest come? Like, what might that look like?
I asked myself this question a little bit, and I honestly, like, I don't really know. Doing less, I guess. I get like, I sleep really well. That's one thing that I am really strict on, is getting like 8 hours of sleep. So I go to bed at like 8 p.m. So I'm not sort of up late doing things. Like, if anyone ever asks me to do something after 6 p.m., I'm generally like, absolutely not.
Mm.
That's wind down time. So I do have that.
Okay. Different direction. So what about like why do you even, what's this belief about? Like, tell me more about this um this desire to achieve, this desire to grow. You know, like we all want to grow. We all need to improve. We all need to grow, right? But you know, there's a resourceful way that you can do it, and then there's a
Yeah.
unresourceful, that it's sometimes it just reaches a point where it's just like, my need to grow, my need to do has just reached a unresourceful tipping point where it's not okay. Um, do you feel like, maybe not a, do you feel like what's that all about? Like, can you tell me more about like that belief? Like, why do you feel like you want to so
Um,
much?
I think, uh, like I said, there's that fear of monotony or being stagnant. And it's not like I feel like I need to do things to impress other people or to please other people. It's never, that's never the goal. or I don't have that need. It's more like a thing for myself. I do things for myself. Yeah, I don't know what sort of brought it on or where it's come from.
What do you get out of it? What's the benefit?
New skills, excitement, challenges, fun. Like achievement, self-achievement, rewarding. Yeah, it's like, I guess, setting yourself a goal or a challenge, and then, yeah, achieving it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if you're listening to this, Lucy's face just lit up when she's talking about like all the benefits of achieving and growing. So I don't want you to get the opinion that Chris is anti-achievement and anti-doing, like, totally, that's not what I'm getting at. I'm more like poking and see if I can find anything. It's like when you're massaging, you're just like, how's that? Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. How about this? Oh, trigger point. Gotcha. Let's do
poke that
then.
a bit harder.
Yeah. So, but Lucy, your face, like you're excited, like new skills, excitement, challenges, fun, self-achievement, rewarding, goals and challenges. Like this is all a positive thing. It's like if I gave my daughter some sugar or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
And then just
It's
said,
almost
no,
like that
can't have
rush.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, we talked about drawbacks, talked about benefits. What are the drawbacks of not doing? Like what would you lose if you changed this um preoccupation with doing and challenge? What would be the drawback with that?
Boredom. Yeah, and just not changing.
Yeah. What's the problem with that? Why is that a problem if you didn't change and if you were bored?
I guess to me, I don't feel like that's how I want my life to be. Yeah, just yeah, just existing and not doing.
So is there, like, what do you think, what are you believing about yourself? Like if there's like this piece in here somewhere. You'll probably get onto it a little bit easier than I would, but just existing. What's the link here? Like what are you missing here? It's like just existing. Why is that just existing? Like what's the problem with why do you say I don't want to just exist? it's not how I want life to be?
Because I feel like um, I want to like give and serve and I guess find my potential and push myself. And that if I am just existing, not doing those things, that I'll like, I don't know, just turn into a puddle on the ground or something, just sort of evaporate into the couch. Like, if I sit down, that's like, I can't just sit down.
Yeah. Okay. What? Why? Like, because it's not. I mean, it's not a bad thing to not just sit down, like to do and go and achieve and all this sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Like, it's not a bad thing. But I'm just curious of like why are you um why are you avoiding this? Isn't there some sort of happy medium somewhere?
I mean, yeah, and ideally I'd like to find that's sort of, I guess, the part that I struggle with. Yeah, I'm just not a chilled person. I'm not a chiller.
Hey, that's a limiting belief.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, and I 100%, agree with that. Your thoughts create your actions. So if I'm telling myself I'm not a chilled person, then I'm not going to be a chilled person. It's like I know these things, but I still just, yeah, don't, yeah, just don't put it into practice, I guess.
This okay, and you're not ever going to either. So if you don't want to, you got Buckleys of actually doing it. Like if I said, "Hey, next time your dog does a poo, like eat it," and you'd be like, "Okay," I'm like, "What? No, 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 no." Do something that you don't want to do. So, like, if most people would look at something that they don't want to do, and they're never going to do it.
Yeah.
You know. So if you're looking and you're always saying, "I'm not a chiller. I'm not a chiller. I'm not." What do you believe about yourself when you're chilling? Like, what are some? Give us some like if you sat down on the couch, what's
Yeah.
something nasty that you would be thinking about yourself or accusing yourself of? Like if you just had to sit down, had a bit of a chill, and maybe
Yeah.
someone who knows or loves you just kind of like looks at you and they're just like, Lucy, are you just relaxing right now? What do you
Um,
what's something nasty you might say about yourself?
that I was wasting time, that I
Of
could be doing
course.
something productive, like wiping the bench or vacuuming or, anything, just not sitting on the couch.
Wasting time, could be doing something more productive, like wiping the bench, anything except
Very
sitting on the
important.
couch. Yeah, right.
No one likes a dirty bench.
No, that's a limiting belief right there as well. I reckon it would be a pretty common belief, but it doesn't have to be like that. I mean, you just said you went overseas. I know when I went over there was plenty of places that did not share that belief. Right? Happy as Larry.
Yeah, true.
Anything except sitting on the couch. Who are you if you sit on the couch? When you're wasting time, when you could be doing something more productive, like if you you could be wiping the bench or doing something, anything except sitting on the couch. Who are you being?
Lazy Lucy. Unproductive Lucy.
Productive, lazy Lucy. That just kind of came out really quickly. Have you thought about that before?
Nah.
No. Lazy Lucy.
Yeah.
What's the problem with lazy Lucy? Like why is it a problem to, be
Be
accused of being lazy Lucy?
I guess it's not being achieving Lucy.
So is there this is like conflict right here. So you've got a part of you wants to sit on the couch. A part of you wants to just relax. A part of you wants to chill, right?
Yeah.
Like just hang out with Poochie Poo right there.
Yeah.
Look, just loving it. But then there's a part of you that wants to achieve, that wants to grow, that wants to improve, right? So you've got these two parts.
Mm-hmm.
How does this sound? What comes to your mind when I say this? That achiever, that person who wants to learn new skills, feel the excitement of challenge and fun, the fun in self-achievement, the rewards that come with goals and challenges and all that sort of stuff. Like, how lit up does that make you feel?
I mean, it makes me feel lit up, but that actually made me feel exhausted, you saying all of that. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, just listening to you there, I was like, oh,
right.
tired.
So you've got a good old, here we go, this current affairs. You got a good old Palestine, Israel, Gaza Strip conflict going on inside yourself. You got a war going on.
Yeah, there definitely is.
They're fighting. They're hurting each other.
Yeah.
Like really, you have this I'm just got a little bit teary. Lucy, you've got this beautiful part of you that loves you so much, that just cares for you so much. And that part of you wants you to have everything that it possibly could, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got this beautiful, I've got goosebumps, tears, like, and that part of you loves you so much and wants the best for you.
Mm.
And there's another part of you that loves you so much, that knows that you deserve just a chill and relax. And the relaxing part is being accused by the achieving part of being a lazy, unproductive, you didn't say this, but like a slob or
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a Chris word, not a Lucy word. But That's that's a mean word.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fighting words. I bet you Lazy Lucy doesn't call herself Lazy Lucy. I reckon Lazy Lucy's got there's like a nicer, less derogatory term. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the other version? Like, what's something nicer?
The more positive version of Lazy Lucy.
Yeah.
Lucid Lucy. I don't know. Does it have to start with L? Relax Lucy.
Relax. Yeah.
Peaceful Lucy.
Oh, there we go. Peaceful. Yeah. So you've got this fight happening, this conflict where peaceful Lucy is being bombarded and attacked by, what would you call the other one? The achiever. Doer.
I don't know. To me, that's just Lucy, but
It's the most common part of you. It's the most,
yeah,
it sounds like it's the dominant part,
yeah,
right?
it is. It definitely is.
It's like the masculine
The doer
part.
Lucy. Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Like masculine. So you've got this masculine, the doer, that thrust yourself into everything that you do. Go, 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 do, push, rigorous. I guess the firm structure of inserting into anything fun. Like, that's the masculine. And then you got the feminine, which is more about receiving and growing. Masculine is bright and spark and energy. Feminine is more of dark, relax, play. Masculine is up, feminine is down. It sounds to me like there's an over masculine prioritization and overvaluing going on. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think that's pretty spot on for sure. Yeah.
What would, if you could have a think about the name for the doing person, what are we going to call that one? So you've got peaceful Lucy and you've got the doing, going, or masculine. Like, what's a name for that one? Like a nice one, not like a derogatory one.
I don't think I can think of a nice one.
These two are at each other's throats. You know what you could say they're giving each other the SHITs.
Run for their money. Oh. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
They're getting into the crap. Crap's getting flung around by these two. Right?
Really good visuals there. Like, I picture things in my head quite quite vividly. So that was a good one.
Something nice.
Yeah, it was shit show, shit fight.
Yeah. That's what it's got. Yeah, like that's why I said it was like over in the Middle East. Like, you've got that going on in your bowel and in your heart right now, in your soul.
Yeah.
You got this absolute mess where You got these two beautiful parts of you. Two beautiful parts that have the absolute they just want the best for you. So what's a nice name for the do one?
I mean, like, is productive, is that nice? Like, I feel like that's not a bad thing.
Sounds
Productive Lucy and peaceful Lucy.
like you got it's not alliteration, but you got like the PL, like that's cool. That's kind of cool. Okay.
Productive and peaceful.
Peaceful and productive, like if you have a think about productive Lucy, what's productive Lucy's main ambition, main goal? Like if productive Lucy had like a wake up in the morning and opened up her affirmations list and said, today's intention is to, all I want to do is, like, what would productive Lucy say?
Do the best, all the things to my best capabilities.
Yeah, cool. And what's the benefit of that? Like if you do the best you can and you do all the things to the best of your capability and you achieve, you have fun doing it, like what do you get out of that?
I guess it's self-satisfaction and that feeling of accomplishment.
Yeah. And if you have self-satisfaction, like if you like just imagine being satisfied and feeling accomplished, like what's the benefit? What do you get out of that? What's the purpose of that?
I guess to know that I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah. And what do you get when you're not, is that a double negative? When you're
when I'm not wasting time.
Yeah. What do you get out of that? When you're feeling satisfied, when you're not wasting your time. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're productive and you're feeling accomplished, what do you get out of that?
Oh, the sense of achievement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why is achievement important? Like what's the purpose of that again? What will that give you, I should say? Like that's a good question. When you have a sense of achievement, what will that give you
Um,
or allow you to have?
just the sense or feeling of being capable and yeah, probably just that. Yeah.
Capable.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And when you're capable, like capable of what?
Yeah. Good question. Yeah, the seams are falling apart now. I don't know. I don't know.
That's
being amazing, obviously.
well, that's actually probably a really nice answer to that. Like, like amazing. Like how nice would it be to be amazing? That's awesome. Okay. is there anything better than that? Like if you like
Well,
intuitively?
um, I mean, I think being able to be peaceful would be pretty close to that, but that's the roadblock. Yeah, like it would be an equally as good feeling, I imagine.
Yeah. Like what's at the end of the road? Like when you do all the things, like what's the purpose of doing the things? What's the purpose of being capable of doing all the things? You know what I mean? Like what's at the end of that rainbow at the end of that road?
Well,
Where's this
obviously,
lead you?
exhaustion and an upset stomach. I think that's proof.
Yeah. Maybe what if that was because you only have been prioritizing productive Lucy and there's this battle going on and there's no like happy ground, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's where the exhaustion, the squirts and all this sort of stuff like comes on. um Bloating, distension, it's like something inside of you is trying to get out. And then when it does come out, it's just like, no
Mm. Yeah,
control, there's no
that's
consistency.
exactly what it's like. Exactly. It comes out with force and yeah.
Right. Okay. So at the end of the road, like if you weren't getting exhausted, so this might feel like it's pulling teeth out and it's just like plucking the, what are these things called?
Eyebrows, lashes.
Eyelashes, eyelid hairs. I was about
Yeah,
to
I
say,
mean that's what they are.
like kids would call them.
Yeah,
Um,
very
yeah,
literal.
yeah, your eyelid hairs. You know what? Okay, so you're walking down this road, you're achieving, you like let's just say you didn't want to get exhausted. Like what would you want? You know, like why are you on this path to like where is this heading? Like
I
is
didn't
this
stop.
what's the
I don't know.
purpose?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I just literally pictured an endless road when you said that. So yeah.
How does that make you feel? Like hey, as you Lucy, as you come to Earth to be born, you will do to the death.
Yeah, that's essentially it.
What? And when can I stop?
Oh, you can't.
Never. What about when I finish? It will never end. Oh, fantastic. Okay. I don't know. I might be silly, but maybe that might be something worth investigating. It's like, why am I doing this? Like, what's the
Yeah,
purpose here? What's the point?
definitely.
Like, what game am I playing? Why am I playing this game? Like, what's my intention here?
Yeah.
Oh, like, okay, massage therapy. Not you're not going to go to hell and burn for being to doing that. You're not going to same thing when it comes to say hiking and gym and exercise and all this sort of stuff and going out and doing the things. Like you're not an evil, nasty, terrible, bad wench. Right? And it's not a problem until it is.
Yeah.
So and homework might be like get clear on a game plan. Like why am I doing, what is my intention? What do I want? Like
Yeah.
what's my game? You know, if we played a game of basketball together, there's an end.
Yeah. I win, obviously.
Obviously. You know, but then I also think, so part two of the homework would be, you've got this beautiful part of you, this peaceful part of you that's just been dominated and told
Yeah.
to shut up and have no say, just gets absolutely blasted by the productive Lucy.
Yeah.
And productive Lucy calls her names like in the schoolyards, like poor peaceful Lucy's like being accused of lazy, lazy, you're just a lazy slob. Unproductive, non-achieving, na 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 na. So there's a beautiful point to peaceful Lucy.
Yeah.
She wishes, if they were to come to the peace talks and they were to have a conversation together, right? And they were just to work something out between the two of them. Peaceful Lucy would want something from productive Lucy.
Yeah.
Like productive Lucy has some strengths that peaceful Lucy maybe doesn't have right now. And productive Lucy could bring those things to to the whole, and the other way around as well. Peaceful Lucy has some real beautiful aspects that productive Lucy is just not showing at the moment.
Yeah.
They can come together. Masculine, feminine, make something beautiful.
Mm.
Create life rather than turn it to
Fight against each other too. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Point taken.
Insights? What are your thoughts after
Yeah.
having a chat?
I mean, I think you've definitely hit the nail on the head. And I think, it's things that I sort of know but ignore. And it just takes talking it out and looking at, I guess, the sort of nuances or finer details of it that I might be brushing over to sort of, yeah, really like bring it all to life. Yeah. Yeah. But I do feel like there's that internal constant battle. That's a feeling that I'm well aware of, where peaceful Lucy and productive Lucy, it's nice to give them names. Yeah. Yeah. I'm battling it out. So
They're battling it out.
find that balance and let them coexist evenly.
Yeah. And maybe just on that, like maybe evenly might not
Yeah.
necessarily be the right way to do it. Like if you want to get some stuff done,
Yeah.
it's like, right, I'm going to channel peaceful Lucy right now. And as
Yeah.
we sit on the couch and put our feet up and turn on Netflix or whatever, we will imagine ourselves being productive. It's like
Yeah.
next minute, nothing gets done. And productive Lucy calls you a lazy, unproductive so and so. So that my point is, like, there's going to be times where productive Lucy is like hands down the more resourceful part
Yeah.
to activate and call into
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
But then, according to your intention and
Yeah.
your goals, like there might be a siren or an end of game. It's like, all right, it's now time for peaceful Lucy
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
to jump in.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I've enjoyed chatting. I got some notes on my computer. After we chat, I'll shoot you some things. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for
having me.
No worries. Thanks for vulnerability, honesty. I loved it. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening. We so appreciate you. If you'd like to give us extra smiles, drop us a review and spread the love by sharing this episode.
You can also rate your own state of burnout and the root cause contributors by taking our Ending Body Burnout Assessment on our website. And if you're interested in learning about our group or one-on-one Ending Body Burnout programs, shoot us a DM via Instagram or Facebook.
Have the best day ever.